Sup, dog? We're going to be talking about SwiftCheetah's video, or lack thereof. I saw his video thumbnail, something about like a controller and the best or the worst or whatever have you. And I was like, oh, you know, that might be a fun video to react because I liked and subbed to his channel. He had posted a new video and I was like, you know what? I'm going to watch this on a later day when I have time and effort, because I had a few other ideas to make videos, which I already posted. And so I come down to say, you know what? It's time to react about the video. It's gone. I was like, what happened? But luckily, the other content creator that I followed from the finals, Mr. Lefty 1A, Leafy's here, the man himself, he posted a video and it's titled, "This Controller Started Controversy in the Finals." And I'm like, damn. Oh, and then, hey, look, and there's Yogi Bear. It's easy. Don't use macro. Don't use cheats. Don't do it with a cheater. That's it. Said by the cheater himself. Even he knows wrong. So I know this video is probably going to be really fucking good, dog. So anyways, we're gonna go right into it. We're gonna figure out all the drama, all the slop, all the stuff. I feel like I'm watching Dolan Darkest, or who else does like drama slop? Keemstar. No, this is the Lefty that one is not Keemstar quality, but you know, I don't know. Maybe he grows that big, thick beard. I don't know, dude. But yeah, whatever slop he's in, like, we're going right into it. All the controversy. Let's go, baby. So this is Lefty 1A's video. He's really cool guy. You know, shout out to him. Like and sub to him if you haven't. Let's look at the comments. Yogiro Gaming. We like and sub to him. We know his content. He's pretty cool. He had that cheater video that he doesn't cheat anymore, and I always love to poke fun at him and be like, "You don't cheat anymore, dog." And he's a good sport. He's a good sport. I already reacted to a couple of his videos, but he says, it's easy. Don't use macros. Don't use cheats. Don't do it with a cheater. That's it. Simple as. Pepe PP Meow Meow. Great video, and I'm glad you generally looked at both sides. Win Lefty. Both sides? Like what, cheating? Oh, that's interesting. Let's see reply. Win PP Papa Pow. You look at the video in a very similar way that I did. I saw your comment over his post. We should kiss now, maybe. It's the gay month time, dog. Time to come out, Lefty. Time to come out, dog. It's all right. Yeah, all right. Hopefully does more research and sponsors. Got it. Blah, blah, blah. Oh, and shit. And the SwiftCheetah himself comes to the video. I love how you covered everything in this video. Thank you so much. The reason I told him to use an alt, because I thought the anti-cheat might incorrectly flag it. Not because I thought I was cheating. At the time, I generally didn't believe macros were against the rules. I used to play Apex Legends, and using macros to super glide was legal at the time. That's why I assume it was legal in this game. What does that even mean? What's a macro? Like a button designated to do a move? Is that what you mean, macro? I think that's the macro I think. But I'm old. Maybe macro means something else. I don't know. Reply. I thought the anti-cheat might incorrectly flag it because I thought it was cheating. You're just putting yourself in more trouble saying this kind of things. Damn, dude. Damn. I mean, let's be honest, dog. Let's be honest. The SwiftCheetah. The SwiftCheetah. It's in the name. Why is everyone surprised? All right, enough jokes. Enough jokes. Let's fucking get into this shit, dog.
What's going on, guys? I'm Lefty, and I was planning on making a completely different video, but then I opened YouTube, and I saw a finals YouTuber uploaded a video promoting a controller that had macro functionality. This video was titled "The Best Controller for the Finals."
Yeah, that's the video I saw too, dude. And I was like, you know what? I'll look at it later, because you know when my idea of the thumbnail, I thought it was like clickbait and be like, oh, here's this, you know, the best controller, and then you click on it, it's like it's actually, you know, against the rules, blah 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 blah. I thought it was going to be like one of those reverse psychology things, but just from it says the best controller for the finals right now. Also, just from those words, I thought it was just like the best control, like feel, or like how the buttons are positioned. And then also aimbot, like, dog, is it really aimbot? So I don't know if it's like a clickbait to get people in, or if he's really saying, dude, you want to cheat, do the aimbot. But I don't know. I was going to watch it later to react to it, but I guess I can't. He took it down because I can't fucking find it.
Right now. QRD Spark N5 by SwiftCheetah. This did not go over well for him. People were calling it cheating, others were saying it wasn't a big deal, but the fact of the matter is he promoted a product that can be flagged by their anti-cheat system and can possibly lead to a ban of your account if you use it.
It could be flagged by the anti-cheat system, so there's cheats built into it? That's wild, dog.
The product. which is something you should probably avoid promoting as a creator.
Yeah,
Before we
dude.
start grabbing
Yeah.
our pitchforks, this video isn't about dogpiling on this creator. In fact, the video was removed in less than 24 hours later, and an apology was issued on both his Discord
Okay, hold on. Oh, wait. On his Discord or what?
and his YouTube channel. And
And his YouTube channel. Okay. Hey, everyone. I want to apologize for the QRD Spark N5 video. I wasn't aware that using turbo and macro functions on a controller in the finals is considered blatant cheating. Dog! I am a boomer, and I know that turbo is cheating, dog. If you ever had an NES or a SNES, a SNES, you have a controller that's normal, and then you have a controller that has the turbo button. You click on that, and then your character just goes turbo, and that was like cool back in the day because you're like, oh shit, I'm like cheating the game, right? You know, I'm doing fast stuff. Like let's say you're trying to do it like if you're trying to mash the shoot button instead of giving your controller going you just hit turbo and you just hold it and it does it for you. So it's like clearly it's making you do something that you're not supposed to do. If it's going to be a PvE type of thing or like just a single player game, it's like for me, I'm like, whatever. It doesn't matter because unless you're speed running for money, right? It's like, I'll beat your time because I'm the best and I can get like $5 grand for it. Then that's really bad. If you're going to be in your home playing a game and you're like, damn, I suck. My fingers are broken because I punched a guy in the face and I need the turbo button, I guess. But even then, dog, for me, I'll probably get bloody stumped and just keep mashing that, dog. But that's just me. Let's continue. The video was a sponsored controller review, and I was covering the feature that came with the product. I had no intention for promoting cheating or encouraging anyone to gain an unfair advantage in the game. So these guys are paying you money and say, don't worry, it's all legal, dog. Just say that the controller's cool so we can get money and you can get a cut, dog. This is just shady all over the place, dog. This is just shady. Even me as a boomer, dude. When you said it wasn't using turbo, I don't know what the macro function is because I'm too fucking old, but I know what turbo is, dog. Like, dude, I appreciate everyone that took the time to comment and let me know. That's on me for not doing enough research into how these features are viewed in a specific game before I'm putting the video out. And I take full responsibility for that. I've taken the video down and I take competitive integrity of this community seriously. And I'll be more careful about this going forward. Not even that. Think about any game. Would you use this controller for Counter-Strike? Would you use this controller for Tarkov? Would you use this controller for Call of Duty? Would you use this controller for any other game that's a PvP? If the answer is no, because it's cheating, I think the answer is no, because it's cheating. He probably, you know what, real talk, he probably saw the green, he probably saw the money, and he's like, sponsored? Oh yeah, dude, pay me $1,000. And he's like, what am I saying? Coke's better than Pepsi? All right, fine. He's like, Coke's better than Pepsi. That's literally what this guy did. But let's hear it out. Let's watch the whole video. We don't know. We need more evidence, more facts, more stuff. Take it away.
you know, that's very respectable of him. What do you do when you make a mistake? You reflect on what you did, you apologize, and, you know, this man's mommy taught him right. What I do think is worth talking about, though, is
That is respect. If you knew you fucked up, just be like, dog, my bad. I'm retarded. And then you just move on, dude. You make amends. You redeem yourself. You make amends. That is the most honorable thing to do. This happened to me like yesterday on stream. I was playing and I was like talking shit about these two randos in solo queue. And I'm like, dude, these guys fucking suck. Like, you know, I'm the best, whatever, you know, cope and seethe. The guy who was on the mic, and I think he was watching me stream. And I don't know for sure though, but it was kind of weird timing because he's like, hey, you got a mic? And I'm like, yeah. And he's like, man, I kind of suck, but do you think it's our fault or do you think it's everyone's fault? And I was like, real talk, 60-40. I ran into a hammer guy twice as a light and I got insta-killed. So my bad, dog. Because at the end of the day, it is also my fault. It might be the team's fault because they're just shooting at a wall. Yeah, they have their own issues. But if I am contributing to the downfall of the team, I got to take accountability, dog. So I was like, yeah, whatever. And then as soon as I said, dog, I'll take the 60% because I ran into heavy. It was really funny. I was a light and I ran into Big Chungus himself with a hammer and he overheaded me. And I was like, dude, I just coined in. Are you kidding me? And I just had to hold that. And it hurt. because you put the L on your chest. You don't want to have the L on your chest, dog. But I owned up to it, and the guy's like, you know what? Don't even stress. He's like, usually when you're light and you turn a corner and that's a heavy, it's just the game sucks, blah 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 blah. And I'm like, well, the game doesn't suck, but yeah, that situation does suck. So long story short, props to SwiftCheetah. What was your first clue? He actually said sorry, and that's good. We need more people like that to just take responsibility, say, I'm sorry, whatever, and move forward. Because we live in a world where there's always these fake news and fake allegations or whatever, I want to know more facts. Like, what is this controller and what is a macro thing? So hopefully Lefties will explain it later in the video.
Why this blew up in the first place. What even are macros? Why are players so against?
I swear to God, I did not see this before. I swear I did not see this before. Please tell me what it is. I'm a boomer, dog. Tell me, dog.
Them. Could using something like this actually get you banned? And where should creators draw the line when recommending products to their audience? So let's talk about it. Yesterday, SwiftCheetah uploaded a video promoting the controller. The controller in question is called the QRD Spark N5, and the entire video is dedicated to
okay, let's just look. Amazon, Bluetooth, USB platform, firmware, safe USB charging, full PS style controller, macro, and turbo for competitive play. This man did not grow up with the old Nintendo, dog. No Nintendo, Super Nintendo, N64, Sega, PlayStation 1, 2, 5, 7, 20. He's played nothing about Xbox, dog. Even Xbox 360. I remember there's a stupid controller, and I was playing Call of Duty. And I think it was like the original, like Call of Duty 2, not the remake, not the revisionary, the one where everyone said the N-word, dude. So anyways, on that game, there was a gun, the FAL, the fail, right? And you had to you got to pull the trigger as fast as you can to make it go. And I remember I ran into one cheater, and I was like, how am I dying? And then, you see the kill cam, and I just see the fail just going, or whatever the gun sounds like a machine gun. I just saw the fail like a machine gun, and I'm like, dog, this guy's hella cheating. And then you call him whatever you want to, or you report him like an adult. But I saw that, I was like, oh, that's annoying. And then I remember, people word of mouth were saying, oh, you see that controller? There's so many cheaters with that controller, and everybody hated those people because it's like, dog, why are you trying to cheat in the game, dog? What I'm trying to say is, like, right here, turbo mode, I know what that is. Fuck that shit, dog. This is a cheater, pumpkin eater controller.
Promoting the product, so the man was getting paid. I mean, the only thing in his description is an Amazon link and a link to their website where you can buy the controller. At first glance, it looks like any other sponsored controller review, really. It's got Hall effect analog sticks, man. Accurate and precise triggers. It's got
shut up, dude. Shut
Pretty standard
up.
stuff. But one feature immediately caught the attention of everyone. It's that macro button. If you've never heard of macros before,
what is it?
We'll get into exactly what they are in a second. But as soon as people realize,
just tell me what it is. I just want to know what it is, dog.
That the controller supported the feature, the comments filled up pretty quickly. And it didn't take long for people to realize it was on the controller when the video starts out like this.
You can have a full auto 93R. Let's see this. Dude, that's insane.
He had video footage of it? Why? I wish I should have. I wish I should have reacted to this video, Doug. I wish I would have, dude. Yeah, I know, dude.
So
I know that face. That face,
a macro
dude.
is basically a way of automating inputs. Instead of you physically pressing every button yourself, a macro lets one button press trigger multiple inputs. Or
that's what it is. So I was correct. I thought the words change over time.
Perform inputs with perfect timing. For example, imagine I press the X button to jump. Instead of just jumping, my character will jump, crouch, melee, and swap weapons in a perfectly timed sequence. That's a macro.
That's bad, dude.
Or maybe I hold down the trigger, and instead of firing normally, the controller sends a rapid series of perfectly timed button presses that I could never consistently do myself.
Bro, that's hella cheating, dude. So some video games have things like that where you can set your buttons. I know in fighting games, it might be hard for people to hit two buttons at one time. So the devs program that if you want one button to be all three punch buttons, that was a thing. it goes as far back as like even in Street Fighter 4. Street Fighter 4, it's usually like 3 buttons, like light, medium, heavy punch buttons. And at the very end, if your controller stick has a free button. That button you can make as all the punch buttons. So you have 2 ways to do it. You can either 3 button the punch, or you hit that button. Now I can tell you this, it was really hard to hit that button because I had to like stretch all my pinky out there, and that was not fun at all. So I just learned to use the three punch buttons in unison. I feel like a kung fu master when I do that shit and stuff, dude. Oh, that looks like I'm hitting and also sucking some dude's dick off. But you get what I'm saying, dog. You get what I'm saying.
Instantly do myself. Again, that's a macro. In fact, here's an example from his video showing exactly what it does.
The multi-button combos let you record a sequence and replay with the paddle. Now, what's even crazier is that you can actually record macros on the controller. So now, when I press my right paddle, it's bind to shooting and punching at the same time. So if I just press my right paddle, it should theoretically do that. Anytime I want.
Bro! So in the fighting game vernacular, it's called an option select. Some fighting games, I don't remember each single fighting game that has this function, but to grab, usually it's just light punch and light kick together. You hit those 2 together and the character does a grab animation. Now, there's some times where if you crouch and you grab and then you kind of like hit another button at the same time, it shows that if you grab, it will counter the opponent's grab if he grabs. But if it doesn't, usually there's like a priority system in some of these fighting games. So the heavier the button or the least heavy the button usually cancels the grab animation. So then if you try to grab and they grab, you can counter it. But if they try to grab and you do that option select, it selects the better option, which is a punch in the face, right? In fighting game terms, an option select is a technique that you can manually use with your hands to give you the best possible outcome. And you don't even need a special controller for that. It's just you inputting it. It's already in the game. Like, that's how the game devs made that fighting game in particular. For the finals, to have a controller that you buy to have an option select that nobody else can simulate that with your own controller or keyboard or whatever. Like, it's blatantly cheating, dog. It is so much cheating. This hurts my soul, man.
To punch and shoot at the same time with the DB, I can just press my right paddle, which is pretty neat.
If you start using its macro functions to automate gameplay, that's where you can cross the line. And that's why this became such a controversial topic. Because the finals...
It's not controversial. Controversy is like, some people agree and some people disagree. I want to say the majority of people agree that cheating sucks.
...is a competitive game. The expectation is that every shot, every movement, every gadget, every input comes from the player, not from some software doing part of the work for you. And that's why players are so against them. It's generally considered cheating, not just in the finals, but in...
Dog, you didn't even need to Google search that with AI, dude. Let's use some common sense, right? I know a lot of people don't want to use their brains for anything, but think about this. Sports, right? Let's say you're in baseball and you got a bat and you swing the bat and you are playing the game. You are swinging the bat. And then some jabroni comes with a robot arm and he's like, I'm ready to swing the bat. You'd be like, I think that guy's cheating. He's got a robot arm. So again, use your common sense, dog. If you see a robot arm or a controller that has a turbo function, it's wrong.
Multiplayer games in general. It can objectively give you a competitive edge in a multiplayer game. This is kind of a known thing, so why did he upload this video in the first place?
Because of the money.
A product that everyone in the gaming space
the money, dog.
considers cheating is kind of credibility suicide. Well, it was a sponsored video, so naturally there was some financial incentive to make it. That's definitely the main reason he posted it, but
it's the only reason, dog.
Genuinely don't think he posted this with some kind of malicious intent, as some people have been pointing out in his now deleted video and apology post on YouTube.
What? Make the whole video about Embark hates the community, then promotes actual cheating and is like, oops, I didn't know that Macros is cheating, yet nearly any competitive game bans Macro. Hypocrite. I mean, the jerkle, I mean, he's got a point. That is hypocritical. Your comments on the now deleted video told another story, even recommending to not use those functions on your main accounts and so on. You can't seriously think macros and turbo wouldn't be cheating. To me, it sounds like you expect less backlash, so we get this pathetic apology. and 8 replies. Ooh, that's juicy. Spazaril. And then DC Heart 007. Yeah, Embark will most likely ban, so I suggest using a different account. You definitely weren't promoting cheating at all. Yeah, dude. You know what? Real talk. I did a video about this guy was cheating, and it was the Yogi Bear guy, dog. I always make fun of him because I was like, dog, yeah, it's the cheater. The cheater's back. But he made a video how he used to cheat and he doesn't do that anymore. And I'm like, he makes good content after that. And, you know, I have to give him the benefit of the doubt that he doesn't cheat anymore. But I'm always going to poke fun of him just a little bit because it's like, dude, it's kind of funny, right? So I think this is going to be his moment. SwiftCheetah. SwiftCheetah is going to be the guy that's like, hey, you're the guy that like had the you're the guy that was selling cheating hardware, dude. And he's going to be like, you got me, right?
He stated that it was the first time he's ever used a controller in the finals. He mainly plays mouse and keyboard. Me personally, I believe it's something he just didn't really properly think about. I think it was an oversight.
True, dog.
Unfortunately, it was a pretty significant one. He saw a sponsored controller, covered the features it advertised, and didn't really stop to think whether those features were actually appropriate to promote in a competitive game like the finals. I think one of the main reasons the community thinks—
Wait a second. I know we're talking about SwiftCheetah. I have to critique your gameplay, dog. What did I just miss? Did I just see that right? Did I see that right? So, Mr. Lefty 1A, you dropped down.
Think whether those features were actually appropriate to promote—
You saw a man, you shot him once,
in a competitive game like
twice, 3 times.
I think one of the
You could have shot him, but you shot upward for 4th? Just finish the man off, dog.
main reasons the community thinks that he posted it knowing it was cheating was because one of the replies to his comments here. Yeah, Embark will most likely ban.
I'm a retard. It was a sword user. See, this is why Lefty gets the big bucks, and this is why I don't, dude. All right.
So I said it was cheating, a game like the finals. I think one of the main reasons the community thinks that he posted it knowing it was cheating was because one of the replies to his comments here. Yeah, Embark will most likely ban, so I suggest using it on a different account. Which,
bro,
yeah, I mean, that sounds pretty sus. But in his apology post
super
to YouTube,
sus.
He stated, "That comment was before I realized it was cheating. I thought it was legal, but knew the anti-cheat would flag it incorrectly. After I realized it was cheating, I took down the video and apologized. I'm not promoting cheating." That is true, Cheetah. You're not promoting cheating anymore. But you did promote a product that has a macro button.
See, Lefty's cool, dog. You didn't anymore. Yep.
Which is definitely a cheat. I mean, even if it was legal to use in the finals, I still don't think it's the right thing to recommend. There are plenty of things that aren't necessarily against—
If it's legal to use in the finals, play a different game because it's compromised. The integrity of the game's compromised.
the rules, but are still irresponsible. A controller that comes with a rapid fire feature, even if hypothetically a game allowed it, I'd still question whether it's something I should be recommending to a competitive audience.
Never recommend that in a competitive audience. Again, I think the only devil's advocate, if you're going to use a turbo controller with the macros and whatever, it should be for a game that you just want to beat, like by yourself with no competitiveness. Again, it comes back from my old days of playing, Super Nintendo or just Nintendo in general. I don't remember the game I had the turbo controller on, but I do remember there was a game where you had to shoot a lot. And so you had to tap at, and that really just hurts your hand over time. And also I was like very, 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 very young, and you have to tap that a lot. I guess in theory, if you're just playing a game for the sake of your enjoyment, you could get that and then just hold it and save your wrists. And then you just beat the game and then just be like, cool, I beat the game. Or if you're going to play, like, again, the finals, and let's say you actually do esports finals and you have a controller and you're winning, you're cheating, dude. Like, it's for money. You gotta have respect for it. So again, I think the devil's advocate for those controllers with macros or turbos or whatever, it is for you only, for your game that you're trying to beat, but it's kind of hard, or they have this stupid thing. Oh man, this is gonna make me feel old, but like Ghostbusters for the NES, where you had to like go up the stairs. You kind of need a turbo controller for that. Like, there's games where it's just so tedious the process that you need the turbo, but that's the only thing in my head.
Listen, whether you think he did it purposely or not, that's up to you. That's not the purpose of this video. The main reason I'm uploading this video is not to take a crap on another YouTuber. It's because you might be in the same situation as Cheetah. You might have a controller that has a macro or quote
No, I got a mouse and keyboard.
unquote turbo button, and you might be using it
Shut
without
up, dude. Shut up. 15 kills, you crazy man.
realizing it's cheating. Using those macro features can put your account at risk of enforcement, including a ban. Embark's rules prohibit the use of macros that provide a competitive advantage. In the finals terms of service, it states that you must not use any programs, methods, or processes, including hacks, macros, bots, aimbots, and duping that gives you or others a competitive advantage.
Yeah, no, the biggest one that I know is hacks and bots and aimbots. I don't know what duping is, and I thought I didn't know macros, but I know what macros are now. So yeah, any of this shit, nah, dog, nah, fuck that shit. No more cheating. Just don't cheat. Just play the game. Play the game.
Within our game. Contestants, let's just, keep the arena as fair as we possibly can. Competitive games only work because everybody agrees to play by the same rules. When you lose a gunfight, you should be able to say, oh, that guy outplayed me. Not, I wonder what software or hardware this guy's using. Whether it's macros, scripts, recoil automation, or anything else that takes player input out of the equation, it chips away at what makes competitive games fun in the first place. That's what makes those crazy clutches, impossible comebacks, and highlight-worthy moments actually mean something. Beating a player that was better than you in the game, that gives you that sense of pride and accomplishment, if you know what I mean.
Well, I don't know about that. I know when I'm working magic in the finals, when I'm in the zone and I'm doing a 360 no scope with like a shotgun or whatever, and it works, I pop off, dog. I love popping off because I know how hard it is to get some of these like clutch plays. And when it sinks in, I celebrate. I'm going, oh, that is hella fun. That's for me, that's the magic. The magic of competitive gaming is finding and executing those awesome plays, dude.
So that's why players react so strongly to this stuff. At the end of the day, creators have a responsibility to be careful with what they recommend. People watch our videos because they trust us. If I recommend a product, I want to know exactly what.
Well, I don't really trust you. That's why I watch your videos. And then I kind of trust you. When you had that one clickbait revolver video, I was like, this guy, get out of here. But I watched it. I watched you live. I tried to do revolver my way. I then went and I was live and I used revolver and you were there and I got good. So I was like, oh, this guy's not full of shit. He's actually good. So I trust you enough, Doc. Let's just say I trust you enough.
At the end of the day, creators have a responsibility to be careful with what they recommend. People watch our videos because they trust us. If I recommend a product, I want to know exactly what I'm recommending before I tell thousands of people to go out and buy it. I think that's just part of the job. I personally haven't taken any sponsorships yet because the ones that have been offered to me
I could agree.
Terrible.
You're getting sponsored? Damn, dog. Making that money. Respect, dude. My sponsors is me, myself, and Irene. And Irene is my gay self, dog. So no, if I was gay, what would be my gay name? I don't think Irene would be it. That might be on the next episode of Degenerate Joestar.
He made a mistake, he owned up to it, and he took the proper actions to fix it. And Cheetah, if you're watching this video, first off, I like your videos, man. They're pretty good. And my second
respect, his videos are pretty good.
And my second advice would be, just do more due diligence before taking a sponsorship and, making the I can disagree with someone.
Money, dog.
And, not hate them. I know. It's a crazy concept, but it's true. But what do you think about macros? Do you think it has a place?
It is true. Hating is just so easy. It's harder to like somebody. I can tell you that for real. I hate a lot of people because people just kind of suck. But once in a while, you find a true diamond of a person, and that diamond shines brightly, and that's awesome. I like diamond people. All right. But yeah, you can disagree with someone and just be like, okay, his opinion sucks. Next.
Place in gaming? Is it cheating? Are you subscribed? Let me know in the comments below. As always, thank you to my YouTube members, and link in the description to join the Discord. That's all I got for today, guys. Cheers.
Sick. Good video, dog. Again, people. The man's name is SwiftCheetah. A cheetah. Okay? Not a cheetah, but a cheetah, cheater, cheetor, a cheetah. I just Googled bad cheetah joke. And the AI said, a cheetah and a lion are racing across the African savanna. The cheetah easily wins the race. The lion turns to the cheetah, points a finger, and says, man, you a cheetah. The cheetah just looks back and replies, no, man, you a lion. Get it? Because one's a cheater, one's a liar. Yeah, I don't know what people's first clue. It's like right here. It's SwiftCheetah. He's a cheetah. Like, my name is Degenerate Joestar. If I'm like talking about titties and ass, I'm like, dog, did you see that girl's badonkadonks? You'll be like, oh my God, he's such a pig. What's your first clue? My name's Degenerate Joestar. Like, come on, bro. But yeah, again, jokes aside, SwiftCheetah, dog. It's just bad. It's so bad that your name's that, plus you're sponsoring this controller thing. It's like, dog, dude. Again, I'm a boomer, but like, I know, like, back in the day, those turbo controllers on the NES, and it was a thing. And people used it to try to get past really hard NES games. But that was a different time because, again, it was just you trying to beat the game. And some people just use the turbo to just do it to see what the next part of the game was, to see what the next part of the game was. So then you had more data to try to do better. Because again, this is like right before the internet, or when the internet was like popping. And then people were like, oh, you can actually look online to figure out what's next step in the video game. Like, it was just kind of foreign to a lot of people. So they usually got the turbo controller to go as far as it can to cheat in the game, to see the ending, to see, oh, this is what I need to beat it. Then they actually play the game and have no turbo. It was just like a personal pride thing. Like, you wanted to beat it because it's the challenge, because that's what the game is, a good challenge. I remember one of my friends was playing that Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtle game, the one that the angry video game nerd talks about. Cowabunga piece of fucking dog shit. I remember one of my friends had a turbo controller because he was trying to beat that game because it's fucking hard. And I mean, he still lost because it's like really bad. But they had to use Game Genie back then, and he basically did it so he knew what to expect. And then he was like, I'm gonna go and play it back normal. He tried to play it back normal. He hated that game, dog. He never played it ever again, dude. So SwiftCheetah, if you're gonna watch this video, just know that I'm glad you owned up to it. You know, you took one on the chest. You're going to be the cheetah guy for a little bit longer. Keep pushing your stuff, man. Keep making content. Be creative. Redeem yourself. I already liked to sub to you. I already made a previous video about you. I mean, like, you have like 8K subscribers. So like, you know, you're already killing it, dog. You have more subscribers than me. Your content's pretty cool. You love making videos to entertain people. Keep doing that, dog. Keep making videos, all right? But next time, if there's going to be a game where there's going to be a PvP element, and some guy's like, dog, I'll pay you $1 million if you just review this product, and oh, it only has turbo, it'll be fine. Don't do it. Don't do it, dog. I know it's $1 million, but have some integrity, dog. Have some. But yeah, just wanted to talk about this, and yeah, I'll see you on the next one. Bye.